All right, I'm sorry that I have to film over here today. My bench is full of this other thing that's secret, so I can't show you yet. Today we're going to do a review. This was sent into the channel for a review. This is by Lilygo. This is the T-Deck Plus. Yeah, this is the T-Deck Plus. It's an ESP32. It has a QWERTY keyboard, has a little joystick, which is kind of cool. All right. It does LoRa, it has a GPS receiver, and a nice color display. So let's see if I can't show this thing to you. We'll turn it on. It already is on, actually. So let's go ahead and turn it off. And I'll show you the splash screen. Now, when you get these things, almost everybody who's going to buy one of these is going to flash their own software in it. And there's just a dozen or more different things you can put on here. When you buy it from Lilygo, it's going to have a Meshtastic software loaded into it, plus a bunch of other things. It'll actually talks to you and some stuff like that. But I immediately flashed it with another thing. So if you get one, you're going to do that. I mean, everybody's going to flash their new software in it, and you can get all kinds of stuff. You can a whole bunch of it's free. There's actually some paid ones now. I want to get my hands on Mesh OS yet. I haven't tried that yet. I have a copy here of this is Ripple. Okay, so Ripple is going to have a nice color display. It has built-in maps. Now the maps do cost money, so if you want to get these detailed maps, you can zoom right into the street level. You can see where your house is and everything. I'm not going to show you where I live, but you can zoom in. But it's cost you $10 to get the license for that. So you can do everything you want for free, but this particular Ripple, you have to pay $10 to get the map feature. So just be aware of that. Otherwise, if you don't need maps, then yeah, don't bother with it. So we have our device IMSAI guy. I have a couple channels in here. I have one channel called hash IMSAI guy, so it's kind of a semi-private channel. You have to know it exists, and then you can type it into your system. But if we go back to the front screen here, there's some icons, and this screen here you can customize. This is the general screen, you can customize it. So I have a button here that says sound. It's always beeping at you, so I can turn it off right there. Here is my IMSAI guy channel right here, so I'm going to click on that. All right, so let's go ahead and demo that. So what is MeshCore, okay, or what is LoRa in general? It is a wireless network. So let's talk about the mesh. Okay, so I'm going to have a bunch of devices. I'm going to turn these devices on. So we have device number 1, we have device number 2, we have device number 3. These are all LoRa devices, okay, and they all have been flashed with MeshCore. Okay, different versions of MeshCore. They all talk to one another, so not the same software. This one has a Ripple, but these guys have a generic thing like that. So I'm going to take mine, and I'm going to send a test, okay? And I'm going to say video, video, oops, I don't know how to spell, video, okay? And I'm going to hit enter, and automatically these guys just saw that message and came up, okay? All 3 of them just heard that message. And they're the only ones who heard that message because they all have the right encryption key. It's 128-bit encryption, and they all have the same one, so they all will be talking to each other and nobody else will be hearing, okay, unless they're logged into the same thing. Now you can have super private channels, you can have semi-private channels, you can have public, and in fact here was a public channel. Somebody just wrote on the public channel some stuff. So oops, there's a whole bunch of stuff that you can do with these things, okay? You can share your location. You don't have to share your location. These little guys, of course, are kind of just receivers because they don't have a keyboard, right? But the way that they work is that you have an app on your phone, and I don't have my phone with me. Let me go get my phone. All right, I got my iPhone, okay? I'm gonna turn on my iPhone, And I'm going to go in. Let's see, let me log out of here. Disconnect. Okay. Now, I don't know if this shows up good on screen, but you say connect, and it says, what do you want to connect to? Mesh Core IMSAI Guy 1, IMSAI Guy 2, or T-Beam, okay? So this is IMSAI Guy 1, this is IMSAI Guy 2, and that's IMSAI Guy T-Beam, okay? So let's say I'm going to do IMSAI Guy 1, okay? Now I'm actually I'm Bluetoothing into this thing, okay? And so I am there, and I can talk on the channel that we just set up. I'm going to do that one. And if I type here, hello, okay, and I do that, and I look at this device, and I go to the channel, and it came up and it said IMSAI Guy 1, just said hello, okay? So, this guy has the keyboard. That's kind of why I wanted to get one of these, because it has the keyboard built in. But these guys act as an extension to your phone. You can say, well, that's stupid. We already have texting on your phone. But no, 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 no. Think about this. If there is an earthquake or a Holocaust or some foreign country hacks into our system and the cell phone systems go dead, this will still work, because everybody who's playing this game will have these little guys that are battery powered, and they all create their own mesh, and they're all digitally encrypted, and they all work. So, yeah. And these guys will reach hundreds of miles with multiple hops, right? Each one goes to the next, and each guy goes to the next one. Now, with Mesh Core, everybody's in this big mesh network. Some people act as repeaters that give long distances and stuff like that. So, anyway, it's a system that circumvents all of the Wi-Fi and internet and cellular systems. It bypasses all that stuff and creates its own network, okay? So it's kind of a disaster thing as well, right? It'll be great for anything that goes wrong. And anyway, the unit itself, though, can either do Mesh Core, which I like, or it can do Meshtastic. Meshtastic is a little bit different, but basically the same concept. Meshtastic cannot talk to Mesh Core, okay? They are different programs. And there's a couple other ones as well. But the two main ones are Mesh Core and Meshtastic. And LoRa is kind of, it was kind of around during the Internet of Things, but then it kind of, I don't know. It's still good for controlling items, but not for talking, okay, what these guys are for communications, right? And if I go to the map, I can actually look to see where these guys were transmitting from, okay? These guys will give their location, and I can see them on the map. So if you have your loved ones, you can give these guys to your loved ones, and then you can keep track of them on the map and know where they are, right? So if you get separated in an earthquake, that's our big problem here is earthquakes. Tsunamis a little bit, but earthquakes. And this would be a great way to do that. You can see where people are. You can send them messages. And yeah, I think it's a great thing. So anyway, let me talk about the device, because this is a review of the device. All right, so form factor is really, really nice. It has a removable antenna, rechargeable battery, QWERTY keyboard. It's got this little trackball. I must say that I'm not real happy with the trackball. It's a little bit finicky, and the software is a little bit laggy, which makes the trackball feel a little bit funny. So that's kind of a little bit of a downside, but not bad. It's got an SD card on the side. So I talked about those maps. You have to go to this website and download the maps. That's not included in the machine. You have to supply your own SD card, and you have to supply your own software, right? And it takes hours. It takes like 6 hours to download those maps. It's ridiculous. Anyway, but once you got them on here, then you have, right now I have all of California on this SD card. So I can get all of California down to each street level, right? Yeah. It's a cool little thing. You can kind of move around on the map with the trackball. So I mean, it's not terrible. These days it's terrible, right? But for kind of a DIY type of thing. You know, here's San Francisco. So it is working. It does have a connection on the side, which is kind of an I2C port, but it's non-usable. If you want to use your Lilygo as a non-Meshtastic or mesh core and use it as some other thing, write your own code for it and everything, then you can use the I2C port. But currently, that particular address and pins and stuff are being used for something else. So it's non-functional if you're using it for mesh core or for Meshtastic. Anyway, there you go. I do like it. Reminds me of the old days, right? And type away.